Good morning, Warren First Three Niners. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Brian Carr will be joining us here shortly. As you can see, we are doing a podcast live at the home front in our La Casas. Again, we are going to be very brief today on some stuff because we just want to play catch up. We know that we missed yesterday's podcast, of course, because we were at the legislative breakfast. So when Brian Carr gets back on with us, we'll talk a lot about that, a little bit about that. We're also going to hit some highlights about specifically, the county commissioners meeting as well. We were there broadcasting live for you guys, but we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to get right into weather, right into all the hot topics and stuff and more. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder sugars or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all events. This is Warren First 931.
Are you ready for your new Ford? Hi, this is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison, inviting you to come and visit our dealership with special finance rates on that special Ford truck, Bronco, or SUV that you have been looking for. Plus a great assortment of pre-owned inventory. We are proud to be part of the local community here in Warren County and now offer complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Your Pioneer Sports Ford headquarters, Reddick Brown Ford, Manchester Highway, Morrison. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside with...
Hey, I'm your man out in Debril. It's Brian Carr.
Yeah. Good morning, Brian. We are all working at the home front today, obviously, after the storms have hit. Just a quick recap. I can't look at my phone right now, but today, from what I read this morning, sunny weathers are headed our way, guys. So embrace this weather while we can. There are a couple of thunderstorms and severe weather that may hit us throughout the rest of the week. Thank you. There you go, Brian. It is currently 68 in downtown McMinnville and sunny. So there you go. And just a couple of wind situations. But other than that, I know that I haven't heard of any accidents or any, as far as with people goes. There is a lot of tree damage down. If you've been following on social media, a lot of people are showing. Go ahead then, baby girl. You can go. I'll wait for you. But we are at the home. My little girl is with me today. But Brian, talk to everybody a little bit about some weather damage. I saw some big trees going down. What should people do?
Well, listen, first off, shout out to our emergency services departments. Uh, we put out a release yesterday from the Warren County Sheriff's Department. If you were
Yeah.
in need of a place to go, thank you so much. Jason Hillis, our new FEMA director, newly appointed. So
Yeah.
this is kind of like baptism by fire, because that job
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily come with the preparation for that. And I'll be the first to let you know, I don't know all the ins and outs on it, but I know that he is now the new FEMA director, and we need to have him on and have him talk about what that entails and enlighten the community. But hey, Warren County Sheriff's Department, J.P. Thien Jr.'s office, let folks know. Other folks like McMinnville Police Department, we reposted.
Yep.
And that's one of the cool things about the social media age. Used to be, and I know how I'm out here on a farm, guys, a beautiful beef farm out here in North Dibble, right around from where they're going to put the rock quarry. And we didn't have city TV. We had to use satellite TV. And so anytime weather would come across, we'd lose all signal. So keeping up with the Nashville media as far as their weather department. So what I'm going to is this these awesome people. We've talked about them before. The Upper Cumberland Weather. That's who I stayed tuned with. And I think the gentleman's name is Anthony, but I can't remember exactly. But he kept talking about how some of the weather alerts weren't currently working as far as things going out. So a lot of times on my phone, I get a notification from the National Weather Service. And that wasn't coming on. So thank you, Kelly. And thank you, Mr. Walker, for putting on that report. But guys, we were caught in between 3 big storm cells coming up. And it was pretty awful. I'm sitting here scrolling around looking to see and it was just this guy put report after report of weather that was coming through the Middle Tennessee area, and would talk about McMinnville. And the Morrison area was really important because there was a cell heading in. So you had a cell in Morrison, you had a cell going a little north of that coming through Coffee County that went a little north of Dibble. We got wedged. We got caught in the wedge of that storm. And then there was a storm that hit Smithville pretty hard. Now, I haven't seen anything, but this begs for a question. Does anybody want to, whenever we have storms like this, would people be okay if we put, because we use Hunter Rains's group to give us a lot of information, but if anybody would like us to have a report line that they can get on social media through Warren First and say, hey, look, trees down across over at such and such, or there's damage to so, and send us pictures. That might be something that we might want to consider going forward. But please, and thank you to everybody who shared and sent reposted. That's one of the cool things, getting reposts and saying, hey, because I had to call Kelly. I didn't see it come up on my Remind app, and when I went to my Remind app, I saw it, but I'm used to seeing things pop up on my phone, and sometimes things can get lost like that.
Exactly. And guys, just like with Brian, if you don't go on your settings, on your personal settings on your cellular phone and let them know to notify you, like with your Remind app, you're not going to see it. I had a lot of people, not just like Brian, but a lot of people like were calling and texting me and saying, I'm not getting anything. And then they were like, oh, sorry, I did get them, right? And so with that said, I want to thank Jason Hillis for reaching out to us and sending that message, or about the shelter. I want to thank Hunter Rains. He was messaging me back and forth. I even want to say a shout out to our cell phone service. I signed up with our weather app. I have a bunch of weather apps that I sign up for that comes through our cell phone to let us know. I think there's a new thing on this updated phone service through Apple. And I don't know if it's with Androids, but with Apple, you can click a thing to notify when there's a storm cell or a storm in your area, because it sends you a text message through its service. There's just different ways to stay connected, and we're just one of many. So whatever works for you, that's what I always tell people to do this morning. Okay. Well, with that said, Brian, I want
Yes,
you
I
to
got
talk
this.
about. Again, I'm working both ways here right now. I'm gonna take my little girl for a potty break, but tell everybody about the legislative breakfast.
Oh my goodness. So, and shout out to all our friends. Good morning, Daniel. I'm sorry, Danielle, and good morning, Lisa, and hey, and Brian. Thank you, Danielle. And we got Miss Sharon. Good morning. And hey, there's my buddy Justin Neely. So, guys, yesterday, and you can go back and look. The Chamber of Commerce hosted a legislative breakfast. Now, this apparently is something that they've been doing for a while, and it was moderated by Mr. John Parton, who I have the most sincere respect for. John Parton. I think he's one of the greatest legal minds in our community, and our public defender service is very blessed to have him. Oh wow, Lisa, we actually received a phone call on our landline yesterday about the tornado watch. Wow, man, good to have that thing. I still wish I had a landline sometimes just so I can get in touch with people who aren't answering their phone. But back to the legislative breakfast. So what was really cool is the Chamber of Commerce hosted Mr. Paul Sherrill, Miss Janice Bowling, County Commissioner Terry Bell, and then McMinnville City Mayor Ryle Chastain. So all four of those bigwigs were at a table up front. John Parton was to the side, and he was asking questions that are pertinent to what's going on in the community right now. What's the biggest thing that they're seeing facing our community? And they gave their answers. And we'll go back and link it when Kelly gets back on and let people know exactly how you can watch it and see, because you can find out. And I'll tell you, it was very interesting because they talked about things. They rehashed a lot of stuff. They talked about the school voucher program and that stuff that was going on at Nashville. But hey, Paul Sherrill and Janice Bowling, and the majority of the sentiment that I got from, especially of my teacher community, with my wife being a teacher and working with so many teachers through all the various organizations I'm with, that was a hot button topic, and they both voted no for it. So in keeping in with that, they let us know what was going on, how it is, what the climate is for them, because that was a big thing. That was a big governor thing, and that the governor wanted pushed through. And so they talked about where they're at. County Commissioner Bell and City Mayor Chastain, they talked about things that are happening in McMinnville that relate to us. It's where our tax dollars are going. So they talked. County Commissioner Bell started off talking about the County Powers Act, and that was a thing that a lot of us didn't know that was out there, but found out. And he talked about how, in the name of good government, we're going to have to do something in order to hedge off certain things because our community is growing. And guys, I call it the Nashville effect. I like to call it the conservative effect, because with being a conservative state, we have a lot of industry going on here. So keeping that in mind, with a conservative thought, capitalism, all the stuff, man, the Nashville market's huge, and we're catching a lot of overflow from that. And so it means new people coming into this community. So how do we address these things? And listen, not everybody has millions of dollars to some of these farms that are going to fund.
No.
And so it's businesses like mining companies that are coming in. So we all need to take that into consideration. So thank you, Commissioner Terry Bell. And then Mayor Ryle Chastain, he had some really good points. They brought back some of the stuff that people were kind of giving him grief on, as far as like the Blue Building, the sale of the Blue Building.
Yeah.
Well, look, he's excited, and we all should be excited because of what's coming in there. So thank you to the Kirby family for getting that. I hope it makes a lot of money, but I hope it makes a lot of money for the city of McMinnville, so we can do other things. Because, guys, we got a beautiful downtown. We've got a great place. And where our downtown is located in the center of our county, where it's accessible to everybody. That's why, for me, as I like Christmas in the Park. That's my favorite time of the year downtown. But then you look 6 months before that, you've got 4th of July, and 4th of July is great for the race and everything.
Yep.
We've got such a picturesque downtown. So they talked about those things, and then there was a few questions that were asked, and we tried to submit some questions that were from you, the listener, and didn't get to air.
They didn't. Yeah.
So
we don't know if they ran out of time, or I'll be honest, guys, I got confused on how to turn them in. I didn't know. Were we supposed to raise our hand in the middle of I didn't know. Well,
look, anytime there's a problem, I think there's a solution. And one of the cool things is that Kelly and I have been talking about is we're talking about hosting a meet, maybe even a breakfast. I mean,
a shake and howdy. We may bring the shake and howdy back, but be more versatile and have everybody on the stage and not just do the one at a time thing. You know, one thing, I don't know if you got to mention it, Brian, that Janice spoke about is 3 things that's coming up for vote that, Janice has already talked about, because in 2026 on that ballot, she made a very valid point yesterday stating that when we vote for our elected officials and then you get to that last sheet, you're like, what's this? What's this amendment? And then you just pick the first one. If you're like the person that just does the first, A, B, or C, guys. And, you're always thinking, well, C is always the right answer. No, you really need to start listening more to our show, listening to what's going on in state, local, and federal government. She brought up 3 points that the constitutional amendments there's going to be 3. Thank you, Lenisa. 3 constitutional amendments on the 2026 ballot. And we need to know what they are, what they can do for us. One of them being, and since Lenisa's here, one was the Miranda law. You got the notes. Awesome.
Oh, yes. So the first one is they wanted to address the estate tax and put it in our Tennessee Constitution of no estate tax. And so that means anybody who is gifted something through death does not have to pay a tax on it. We're very blessed in Tennessee, but in other states, there are state estate taxes. So if you get land, if you get anything from somebody else's estate, that winds up costing you, and money goes back to the state. And that's kind of
correct.
You can't help if somebody dies. So, and then there is the Marsy's Law, which was the Criminal Victims Act, and so what it is it's establishing laws for victims so that they have equal, because a lot of times the focus goes off the victim onto the person who committed the crime, and so we start handling them, but we don't handle the victim appropriately. And she was concerned about the wording in that, and because we're using subjective wording as she called it instead of objective wording, that and just going back to the County Powers Act, wording means everything. The interpretation is next, but if you don't get the wording down right, it's subject to broad that's
the interpretation is subject for going to confusion land. It just is.
So we've got, and I don't know if they're seeing this on their screen, but I'm seeing.
So we are doing a new thing today. A new feature popped up, Brian, on your screen. I don't know if you see it, and I don't know how well they see it, but in the right-hand corner of Brian's face, it's covering up his beard. The comments are going to be broadcasting live right here in this little corner.
There you go. So this is very cool. If they can see it, that's great. And I won't stop. But I want to make sure that people see the comments that Lenisa, because Lenisa was there, and there were a lot of Republicans there. There were a few Democrats, but there were a lot of Republicans. It was, but it was good for everybody to be out there. And going back, one more thing, it was denying bail for violent crimes. And so we had Judge Moore there, and I'd really like to pick his brain and find out what Judge Ryan Moore likes to think about that. And another thing is that we want to make sure, because in our country, this is the first thing that popped in my mind. It was about due process. And with due process, people are innocent until proven guilty.
That's correct.
It's just the way our country is, and one of the great foundation principles of our law. So we want to make sure that these things are are expedited in a way. We want to make sure that you're informed because you're going to be voting on this. Just like Kelly said, when you get to the back of your voting, and everybody votes electronically for the most part. So when you get to the back page of it, you see all these delegates and people. Guys, we're going to let you know who these delegates are. If we can find out who they are ahead of time, we're going to let you know. Just like these different laws, we want you to be prepared. A more informed public is a better public. And
100%.
They said, no state property tax, number 1. Number 2, Marcy's Law, rights for victims. Number 3, no bond for violent crimes. The Second and Third Amendments have language that is vague and ambiguous. It's not concrete enough, in my opinion. And I concur, Lanisa. We want to make sure that our wording is right. We want to get this right on the front end. And thank you, County Commissioner Bell or County Executive Bell for bringing that up about the County Powers Act, because we are going to need stuff like that in the future, but we got to make sure the writing is right on.
Correct. And the other thing that he didn't mention about the county power or the quarry yesterday, if y'all didn't get to see it, I did put the link, by the way, in our feed today. You can click on that and it goes right to the YouTube channel. You can watch it on there or any of our social media outlets. He mentioned how he found out that they have to dig 100 feet down to get the rock that they're needing. So after the 100 feet is dug, you think about the kids, that the neighborhood. I feel really bad for the Dibble community, you guys out there at Brian, that's going to be facing this. And remember, there is a creek near that, and you're digging down 100 feet.
Yeah,
I hope that I pray. I want to put this on the prayer list. I pray that there is no injuries, accidents, mishaps, water leaks, whatever you want to call it. I hope that this quarry goes as smooth as possible for you guys in the Dibble community. And I hope that they get what they need and they contribute to the community. Those are my things. I hope that everything works out for the best. But like Winnie, we have to stay tuned. We just, so, but again, Terry Bell talked about how they have to dig 100 feet down. So that legislative breakfast was very, very informative of what is currently going on in our community and our state and federal stuff that's going on. And if you want to be a part, I hate that it took me 21 years to get into this, because I'm going to be 41 this year. I do not care to admit that. And I am just now getting knee deep in our local, state, and federal government stuff. And guys, Brian, this is the future of my children. I can only imagine what my parents was going through. Donna, your dad, and Brian, what they were going through when we had to make these decisions, and going to legislative breakfasts, going to subcommittees, going to the county commissioner meetings, trying to figure out how to watch them live. Guys, I cannot stress the importance of the knowledge that you get at these functions. And if you had to ask me, well, Kelly, which one should we go to? Well, that's a great question, Brian. I'll tell you the ones you need to go to. You need to go to the subcommittees. And when I talk about subcommittees, let me show you. I'll tell you how many subcommittees we got, y'all.
Because while she's doing that, I'll go ahead and tell you. Hey, look, imagine if all the people from the Roy Foster Road were at the legislative breakfast yesterday. One of the beautiful things about it is open to the public. You can go up and walk. I mean, I love Paul and Senator Bolin, and I love all our elected officials. Yeah. I love, even though I don't live in the city, I love Raul Chastain. He's my guy, and getting to give everybody. And I'm a hugger. I hug everybody. Yeah. Same. Getting ready to hug people or put an arm around them, saying, "Hey, appreciate the job you're doing." And Kelly, we'll circle back to the county and city things because I've got those written down. As far as that goes, but you need to know about these subcommittees.
Oh, I got it.
And you need to know about what she's getting ready to show you here, because it's very, very important.
So in this week's news paper, if you have not got your hard copy of the Local Voice, it is out and about right now. And people are asking me, Brian and Melody and everybody, well, who is our county commissioners and, and all that? And then who are our subcommittees? Well, in this week's, if you guys can see it, right here breaks it down for you. You got your county commissioners with their face and everything and what district they are. And then over here is the subcommittees. And I'm going to I'm not going to tell you. And then again, I'm not telling you who's in them, but each subcommittee has their person in there and you can find them. I got all this information on our Warren County TN.gov website. You can go there, get their phone numbers, their emails, everything is on there, including the flipping subcommittees. We have a budget and finance, we have health and welfare, building and grounds, highway and bridge, safety and beer board, policies and personnel, legislative committee. We have an education committee. We have a county corrections partnership. We have a redistricting committee. And we also have a nonprofit budget review committee. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 committees, guys. I can't answer that right now, Ren. Thank you, though, for being a good girl. There's the phone back. But listen, we have 11 subcommittees, and I'm not trying to take one away from the other. But the county commissioners meeting that happens once and sometimes twice a month is not the biggest meeting that you need to go to, unless there's something that they have to vote on, like when the rock quarry, hey Grinch, when the rock quarry happened, that is something that you needed to be there to see. But like last night, this past one on Monday, there wasn't a lot going on. They had 11 things to go through. I have those notes as well. And with that said, I'm trying to tell you guys, try to go to these subcommittees. They're all open to the public. Like the highway and bridge, it's every first Tuesday of the month at 4 o'clock. And I say that because for anybody, now let me tell you, I'm on two sides of this story that I'm about to say, okay? So the big story with our committees is Mr. Levy Glenn. He is our highway superintendent. He has been a part of our highway department for over 30 years. I will never, ever discredit that man for the amazing things he has done for this community. He has gone above and beyond and has done a phenomenal job. But I do believe, now I'm going to put on the other hat, okay? I do believe that we are in a time now where people want to be informed. They want transparency. And it's like Cole Taylor said at the end of the county commissioners meeting, because when we get the email, we get the same email that the county commissioners get, guys. If you sign up, if you go on the website, www.warrencountytn.gov, this little blue box pops up and says, would you like to be a part of the notifications email that the county commissioners get? Well, yes, I would. Thank you, Internet. So listen, you sign up and it sends you notifications on the meeting and it sends you the agenda of that said meeting, okay? So once it sends you that agenda, it also gives you all these other documents of what they're going to go over, okay? So with that said, and one thing, and by the way, by law, our highway department superintendent, Levy Glenn, does not have to turn in a report by law because he works for the state. But with that said, because we live in a time frame where people want to be educated and informed and have this transparency, people are just, and it's nothing against him. Let me explain that. He has been our highway director for over 10 years. But with that said, this is how his reports have always been. But at the same time, we live in a world now where people want transparency. People want to know what is going on. And at the end of his, after they all the county commissioners talked to him, whether they gave him praise or questions of concerns from their constituents, Levy did end, before he got off the podium, with a report. And I do believe if he put that in a report, because a lot of the constituents are telling these county commissioners that we don't feel like any good conscience to vote on something that we can't see. So your county commissioner is essentially listening to the people that voted for them. And you can't penalize them for that, right, Brian? I mean, when the rock quarry came up, there was people that saw the good in the Warren County or the Powers Act, and they saw the bad. But even the ones that saw the good in it had to vote no, because that's what their constituents wanted.
Yeah, the transparency has become a big thing, because in the world of social media now, that you can come to us and we're going to tell you what we saw, what we heard, and there's a million different ways that you can get your information from. But we want to be clear and concise, as concise as we can be. We don't have an agenda here. We want you to come back and find out more. So we work and go find out more stuff. But in the case of Mr. Levy Glenn's whole deal, he's done this for a while. Because his role is partly with the state, he doesn't submit reports like the other offices do, to my understanding. He does a lot of stuff with the actual state when he submits his reports. But people want to see, why does it cost so much to build a road? Why, they want to know the whys. And now that we're more exposed or more open to letting folks know exactly what's going on, we're able to show people in real time. I mean, we're putting out these meetings so people can see these things. So in saying that, we're in a new world, a new age, and that's one of the things from my end. And I'm going to put on my Republican Party hat and let you know where I'm coming from a conservative side of things. I tell my people, do your 2 terms, and let's make way for something else. Government is not a job to live in. It's a service. And so now with these bureaucracy type things, where you have plants that are organizations like a building superintendent, that's a little different, because it takes somebody who can administrate that job, and he does a really good job. Because if you look at our roads, when they're paved, they're great. And
that's the other thing, Paul, and you can keep going, but one thing that I want to say to that, I would like to know the process and procedures. How do you get your road paved? What is your due process? Like, how do you determine if a road gets paved or not? Do I, the road person, be like, hey, Shields Ford Road, for example, right? It's all jacked up. Can you come and fix it? And do they come and assess it? Do they come, what's the process, right? Because we know that the roads are getting fixed. So, and exactly. That's what I wanted to get at. At least Nisa said it perfectly. Stephen Hilton in that meeting was just representing his district. And we got to start separating personal and business. That was nothing personal to me. When I was there, I did not feel like Levy was personal. That was nothing personal at him. It was just the county commissioners representing their districts. Winnie, you need to call Jason Hillis. If you signed up for that email and you're not getting it, you have to go through him. So, and if you need me to let him know, send me your email, girl, and I'll fix you right up. But I didn't want to interrupt you, Brian, but that's what I think people want to know is what's the process of how you get your road fixed or not.
And guys, we're discovering that too. We're discovering how the process works. So we really appreciate you. And our army of folks here, Warren County Warriors, you guys spread the word. We want to make sure that everybody knows. Again, Kelly, thank you because guys, she's got swim team, she's got t-ball practice, she's got all kinds of things. And we can teach you how to do what she's doing. And one of the things that we're looking at, reinvesting what little this non-for-profit makes back into cameras and things like that. The stuff ain't cheap, but we're able to bring you these meetings, which if you went to YouTube, and a lot of people, unless they know that they're coming on, which, there's a social media lag, because most of these folks with the county commission, they're not social media people in the sense, I feel like I'm barely part of the social media revolution, just for the simple fact of my age. But age ain't nothing but a number, is it, Kelly?
It's just a number. At the end of the day, everybody's like, how do you do what you do, Kelly? And at the end of the day, anybody will tell you the same answer that I'm fixing to tell you guys. When your heart's in it and you want to do it. It's something you want to do. It's not something you have to do. It's something you want to do because you see that this is something that the community is in need of. So, and that's just the truth. When I see it, I do it. Now, I am going to share all my notes from the Highway and Bridge Department committee meeting that was last week. So everybody, when you see this posted in, because it is a lot, but I wanted you guys to see it, okay? And it's going to go in like little spurts. I do apologize. But if you want to see the full length, in last week's hard copy was all the notes of the 6 subcommittees that we attended.
Wow.
So then we only had one subcommittee this week, which was the planning committee. So I want everybody to know. But again, so we can wrap this up and move on to the next thing. This is what you get in your email right here is the agenda. And it breaks it down. And when you get it in the email, like where's it at? Okay, yeah. So you see the stuff that's underlined, guys, right here? Is that good, Brian? Yeah.
Yeah.
In your email, that's lit up in blue. And you click on it, and it sends you to the notes, which would look like this. Okay? Essentially. So that's what you can click on these little links, and it sends you to where you need to go. So again, if you want to know what's going on in your government, this is how you do it. And if you need help with this, call me. It's not hard. It's not hard. Or if you want one and you need a copy of it, let me know and I will email it to you. I mean, come on. You can get back in, Brian. You're good.
That was one of the things that I want to make sure that we brought up. The very first thing coming into the legislative breakfast was what happened the night before and catching up. And another big thing that happened at that county commission meeting was Miss Casey Owens put in her resignation.
Yes.
Apparently, and from what the letter looks like that I was showed, is that she is moving out of district, and that disqualified her for holding the commission seat for the 3rd district. So, to my understanding, there will be a somebody who is put in, who is appointed for that position.
An interim, essentially. It would be an interim for that position. And then when the election comes back up in 2026, that said person can either do the rerun for the first time or, and then the other people accordingly as well. But thank you, everybody. I want to say thanks to Lenisa and Winnie. We really try to do our best to be anywhere and everywhere that we can. And if we can't, Lenisa can vouch for me on this. I am in constant contact with everybody that is either a chair or in the sub or a county commissioner or a Republican. I'm trying to get in touch with the Democrats. Is his name Joe? If Joe's listening, Miss Dale, you got to get Joe on my phone list, sister, because I would love the notes from the Democratic Party to let you guys know what's going on.
Yeah, we'd love to have a representative from the Democratic Party that tells us what's going on and anything. And the thing is, I've got a lot. This is why I say I have to put my Republican hat on, because I have nearly as many Democratic friends as Republican friends, and we want everybody to be represented. And so making sure that, and sometimes we get so caught up in our own biases, and that's really what I want to. Sometimes, Trump and his rhetoric can be a little abrasive, and I remind folks, he is not a politician. He is a builder, He's a construction guy, and that's the way you gotta look at his demeanor. And he's a New Yorker, and no offense to my Yankee friends, but y'all are a little extra at times. But so are we with our sweet tea and smiles. But
plantation just rolls off the tongue a lot better than saying something else. I'm just saying.
All right.
Exactly.
No, but that's one of the things about this community is it's growing. It's got so much. And while we're on the growth aspect, with the county, with what Commissioner or Executive Terry Bell said, he talked about the construction of the health department and what's going on there, which is occurring. The landscaping, which everybody's excited about.
Yes, it's so much prettier.
It is. And so, and then they're going to have they're going to redo the parking lot, but that's going to be after they get everything construction wise, because the last thing they want to do is have to do it twice. And so another thing they talked about, so they talked about budgeting for the June parking lot. Then they talked about buying the fuel island and being able to buy fuel at wholesale and take care of all the county. And what was really cool, you saw a government in action where County Executive Bell leaned over to Raul Chastain, who was to his right, and said, we're going to try to see if the city wants to get on this deal. And Raul Chastain said, I was just getting ready to ask you if we could get on this deal. So, hey, that is a win-win for the county and the city. Also, other than the fuel island, they talked about the animal shelter and hope to get going back with that. And then that's on the county side. From the city side, they talked about the water plant, which is a huge ordeal. Everybody gets their water from the water plant, and water does not make money. It just pays for itself. So be expecting the water to go up. That's a Brian Carr thing. That's not anybody else thing, because it's going to cost money, but it is outdated. And one of the things that he brought up, and you guys have felt it, I know I felt it, when you're going down the bypass, if you're going down the Highway 70 bypass from the hospital all the way past Walmart, you can get hung at every light. you can get stuck at every light. So they're talking about sequencing the traffic lights to have a little more continuity and smoothness going through there. And I am all for around Saturday doing that. Come on, Alderman, bring it on. Bring it through. No,
just shake the beads. Yeah.
Seriously, guys, we don't have a lot. We can find things to complain about, but I have to admit, seeing our government in action, there are a few things that I'd like to, and these are personal biases, and this ain't Brian's show. Secondly, though, and we all have that, so we all need to work together, and that's why when I say I put on my Republican hat, I take it off and everything. That's just a figure of speech to let people know that I am biased, but I want to be fair and honest. And,
I agree.
And Kelly gets on to me all the time. Brian, slow down. No, seriously.
No.
Listen, we all need somebody to call us out and say, hey, look, have you ever thought about that? And that's why I keep in variety in our friends, keeping variety in
the show.
The show. That's that we want to give you all angles of Warren County.
I love you, Randy. I see you. Okay, real quickly, we're going to talk about one of our sponsors, and then we're going to get to break right quick. That is not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right. In a minute, Rand. So Napa of McMinnville is one of our many sponsors. They're located at 236 First Shippa Highway here in McMinnville. Call them at 474-6272. And one thing I thought was really cool, Brian, when I looked through their book of deals going on this week, is the fact of, the storm happened, right? And we lost power. Well, Milwaukee has an M12 radio and charger for $141.99. So, again, if your power goes out and you need your phone charged so you can watch our good friend with, hold on, baby, our good friend Anthony with Upper Cumberland Weather, you could have done that last night, charging it up while listening to it through the Bluetooth speaker. But again, make sure you check out these guys. I always say this, there's nothing wrong with always having like a backup, and having like an LED lamp light is also a good thing. So you don't have to hold your camera my child is playing judge right now. She's pretending to be Ryan J. Moore with her gavel. He's going to love that when he hears that later. But Milwaukee has a $29.99 350 lumen LED headlamp that's also on sale. So make sure that you check out these summer deals and summer savings. It's going on from now till June 30th. Okay. So make sure you check out our boys at Napa. Let them know you heard it here from us. But we are going to take a real quick break. And when we get back on the show, we're going to talk more things going on, especially something that we were trying to do yesterday, but it's going to be a teaser for today. Yes, great Father's Day's gifts. Yes, Lanisa, you got to be on our show. We should have just sent her an invite.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a quick break and get a quick word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Sean Garrett with the zoning guy. I want to tell you all about him because I'm going to have him on the show with us coming up very, very soon. But with that, remember, Warren County, keep it first.
In us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
February is the month of delicious deals at Sonic Drive-In in McMinnville. Get ready to treat yourselves. Starting February the 24th, cool down with their delicious, refreshing strawberry mangonada slush. Perfect for those sunny days. Start your day right with our special drink offer until 10 a.m. Make Sonic your rise and shine morning destination. So many flavors to choose from. And remember, we've got the best sun drop in town. Dive into these amazing deals this February at Sonic Drive-In.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor or homeowner or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Spring is here, and so are your yard care needs. Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
All right. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside with our good neighbor and friend, Brian Carr.
From out here in beautiful Dibrell. Dibrell.
Dibrell. Then I'll say,
like
well, how can you even fancy up Shells Ford? I don't think you can.
Chalet de Ford.
Chalet Ford?
Chalet de Ford.
Yeah, I'll take it. In the background, you will be hearing my daughter sing the ABC. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
We're not stopping education on this train. You let that girl preach.
Exactly. If you want your kids educated, that's how you do it right here. I want to share this right quick. Currently in downtown, I want to share some screen time right quick with our good friends at the Weather Channel. Hopefully everybody can see this. Oops, there it goes. All right, currently as of 10:47, it's saying that we are 70 degrees, sunny skies. The high today is going to be 78. Low tonight is going to be 56. Weather today in McMinnville, as you can see, humidity is going to be at 52%. Wind gusts will be up to 10 miles per hour. You can check out all this and more as you go in. You can see how the time is going to change. Sunny, sunny. It's going to be sunny all day long. So, again, thank you, God. Hopefully, we are done with what's happened. It doesn't, Brian, to me, I haven't seen anything crazy change on the weather forefront, but we want to thank Reddick Brown Ford for being our weather sponsors, because without them, we could not do what we do. But one thing I wanted to tell everybody is I'm so excited about this. We are lucky enough to get Sean Garrett. He is the zoning gentleman that we talked about on Monday's show. We were going to have him on Tuesday's show, but something came up. That happens a lot, and we had to reschedule. But you have turned in so many questions to us that we are going to probably make this into a segment, because that's how many questions there are, which is not a bad thing. So, and this, why we are bringing the zoning guy up, Sean Garrett, is because you guys have had questions about a hot topic that happened last week with our mayor, Raul Chastain, and Jeremy Hamilton, bringing up the zoning issues that's over in, I believe it's called Lagoon Drive or Lagoon Road. And so what we're going to do is, what better way than to get somebody neutral in this and call the zoning guy, right? I mean, he is supposed to be up to date, knowledgeable, and informative on all this stuff, zoning, right? So with that said, we're going to have him on the show with us, and Vanessa is going to do the Q&A with him. Still, if you guys have questions you would like to ask him, please send us all the information to us on Facebook. You can email, you can text us. If you see us in the community, let us know. Hey, we're going to be at Juicy's going live tomorrow. So if you guys want to drop off your questions while we're off at Juicy's, whatever is the easiest to you guys. And I will also say, you are welcome to call, and everybody's laughing at me about this. I have an AI assistant, and if you would like to call Marissa, normally I can get the phone call, but if I cannot, my AI assistant, Marissa, which is as bubbly as I am, she will answer the call for you guys and answer any question the best of her ability. I've put all the answers in that she can respond to, but I try my best. But please, if you give her the questions, she will send them to me, and I will definitely make sure that this guy answers every question as possible. I want people to know, though, just like anybody that we interview, it's okay for them to say, well, I can't answer at this time, or I don't know. That's a new one. Let me look that up. We have to, everything is a learning experience, I feel like, for everybody. There's always room for growth. But with that said, hopefully we'll nail down a date with him, because he is super busy right now doing his zoning stuff. But yeah, Vanessa done a really good thing on getting in touch with this guy, and he really wanted to come on the show to clarify what state and, local and federal, zoning issues that people have in rural communities, which I think is a big one for all. So if you have a question, please let us know, and we will take care of it to our best ability. Moving on, I wanted to do a really quick shout out to our boys at Sonic in McMinnville. Love them, love them. We're just going to jump into what is going on nationally, because Brian, going on between May the 26th, coming up next week, guys, on May the 26th, guess what's coming back, Brian? Watermelon slushies.
Yes, and let me pull up one of these watermelon slushies to. And one of the problems is I keep pulling up the combination, but let me see if I can get this and see if I can get a bigger picture of this, and we'll share this on the screen. Come on, come on, come
Yeah.
on. This is through, and I don't know if it's just through just the watermelon slushy. Share screen. Sorry, guys, getting a little
No,
lag
you're
here.
fine.
And it's trying to come up, but it looks like there's also, because this is in USA Today, apparently, and that's the problem. It's this site is going really slow, and it's because I got a video on it. Let's get
Here,
off that.
I'll look it
Anyhow,
up. Hey, I'll do it, Brian. You keep talking.
okay, it finally came up, but it's dragging so bad. But anyhow, we got watermelon slushies, but on top of everything, today in the National Day of Days, today is National Juice Slush Day, and it's always the third Wednesday in May. And so we're special, and we're special to be on today, especially when we talk about our good friends at Sonic, because every day there's half price drinks and slushes for their happy hour. So make sure that you go see our good friends at Sonic, and make sure that you get you one of those yummy little chicken sandwiches. They're the junior chicken sandwiches. They come in two different types. There's the original, and then there's the honey chipotle. It's really good. Throw a little gravy sauce on that. Get you your small fries for $1.99. That's $4, and then you get you a half price slushy. That's about a $5 lunch right there. And I think that goes down good anytime.
Hey, listen, I haven't stirred any of you wrong yet, and I don't plan on doing it now. Again, if you want to try some amazing drinks at Sonic, one being, which now it's not even downloading. Where did it go? I'm about to kill my computer. I think it's something to do with our computers today. If you have not tried the unicorn slush, oh my God. And when you go, don't get it with whipped cream, sub ice cream. I'm just saying.
Sub ice cream with that. I'm
here. Okay, I got it now.
Oh, did you
Here
get
you go. Yeah, I got it. It's come. Oh, that's you, not me.
Right. Yeah, this one finally popped. This one I didn't have any problems with. It was the other one. But it is National Juice Slush Day. It's National Memo Day. It's National Strawberries and Cream Day. National Wait Staff Day. So make sure that you tip your Sonic the car hop when they come out to see you. And it's National Red Cross Founders Day, which is May 21st.
What is that?
Thank you to our good friends at Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy for sponsoring the National Day. Make sure that you go get a free cup of coffee and visit with Stacy and the gang and get all your pharmaceutical supplies there. And hey, look, they carry on the tradition of the Stewart family. Really appreciate for what they do by selling and they keep manufacturing Mr. Stewart's famous cough syrup. And with all these allergies going on right now, this is a great time to get that stuff and get that. Get those allergies taken care of. So thank you, Stacey's, for what you do.
And there, okay, it's on there now. So don't look at the one with the lemons in it. It's the other one. That's the only image. It's not the best.
Yeah.
It's not the best image, but essentially it's a watermelon slush, guys. It's going to look red. It's going to look fabulous. And Randy Jane now wants to come on the show.
Oh, hey, Randy Jane.
Yeah. Can you say hi, ho, ho? Hi. There he is. Look.
Hey, Randy Jane. I sure do miss you, my pretty girl. I heard you saying your ABCs.
Did you do your ABCs?
What? There.
That's a scratch. That's a scratch. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of juices, our good friend Miss Tina has chimed on. Good morning, Miss Tina. And
good morning, Tina. Hey, Brian. I tried one of her energy teas yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
Girl.
Blow my beard back.
Yeah. If you ever need something to literally wake you, she keeps saying hi to you. If you literally need something to wake you up and get you going, if you ever want to know, have you ever seen that movie where they give you the pill, that blue pill? What was his name in it? Bradley Cooper was in this movie, and it made him ping, 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 ping.
We
You need one of those shakes. You need one of those or those teas. Excuse me, those teas because I had. She's gonna have to tell you what she gave me. It was one of the peach ones. I asked for the peach. It was delicious. It was amazing. I drank all of it, and then I had to go pick her up from school because she had some teething issues, guys, and so she can't be back at school as long as she don't have a fever for like 24 hours, which she's fine now, as you can see. So she's gonna be with mommy today. But go ahead.
So, Miss Tina, I tell you, we're gonna have to figure out something where we get these nurses to come see you like early in the morning, or when we're getting off work, or when we're heading into work. Because a tea shot like that would be really good. Maybe we'll get one that we can throw in the microwave or nuke in the middle of the night to keep us going. But that sounds really good. Peach Alani. Oh,
yeah, that's what it was called with extra. I drank it and I was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to get so much work done, right? And then the school called me. And they're like, you need to come pick her up. You want me to hold it? Okay, she wants to hold it. We may be going in and out because she's holding the earpiece now. So, but if you want to try something that gets your energy going, no, you can't pick that off. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, I'm going to keep them in my ears this time. But with that said, you want your own? You want your own? If you need something to get you going in the morning, if you're having one of those rough mornings, like if you look like me right now, please, oh, here, you want that? Please get you a peach Alani, whatever you want to call it. But it's delicious. It was great. It got me through the day. It got me through this. I will tell you, if you do get it, you need to get it first thing in the morning, or don't get the extra added, because it did keep me up a little bit longer, where I had to not take one melatonin. I had to take 2 to cost this out. But I want to tell everybody the specials that are going on. I got the Sonic list right here before I forget to mention this. So between now and June the 29th, they're going to be doing half price shakes after 5 p.m. So if you want a good milkshake, make sure you go get that. Also, let's see, the watermelon slush we talked about. We also talked about this, and I don't know if he's going to have it or not, but Miss Tina's got this pickled lemonade that I didn't try it yet. I'm going to try it though, because I can do it. Get your toys. But they may be offering a pickle Rita slush, and that's going to be at the end of June. So if anybody is a pickle person, there you go. And they also, as we've been enjoying that Smasher burger, Brian, they're going to have starting on my birthday, June the 24th, or I should say me and Randy's birthday on June 24th. It's going to be called the Big Deal Smasher, DILL.
Oh.
So I'm very curious to see what that is going to be. And this is me and Brian's favorite right here. Now, I am not a pickle person when it comes on my food. Let me explain that. I like my Smasher burger with the bread, the meat, the cheese, and that Smasher sauce. And I ask for extra smash sauce. And the other thing that I know Brian always likes to brag about, talking to all you third shifters out there that are coming home in the morning, and you're like, I need to load up on I need supper, right? Sonic, to my knowledge, is the only one that offers these things in the morning time. They just do.
I
love this. Is this meal prepping?
Listen, that sounds like a great idea. Go get your food, go pick up your kids, and here it is. It's ready for
wow.
Oh, now we just need to have a better dispenser. But yeah, hey, shout out to Steve and the gang over there at Sonic. Yeah. This is their Facebook page. It's and make sure to follow them. But go get your specials. But hey, look, there's always something special at Sonic. We're so appreciative of them being our awesome sponsors for what we do here at Warren First.
They are. And I want everybody to know that Unicorn Dream Slush will be ending in June. If you want to know. So if you have yeah.
It's so good. My girls love it.
I know. So it says that new Unicorn Dream Slush, which is cotton candy syrup, blue raspberry flavor, bubbles, slush mix, whipped topping, cotton candy sugar crystals. That is going to be ending on June the 30th. So if you want that special unicorn straw or try it, I'm telling you, go to Sonic.
Well,
Go to
I'll tell you
Sonic.
one of the things that I like doing on a night at night. I like when I got my kids, and what's really cool about this time of the year is they don't have to go to school now. Starting, I guess they're gonna. They had one more day today, and after the break, I'm going to tell you some of the cool things that went on in the past few days, especially with the Warren County Middle School. They had their awards day ceremonies, and then they had their 8th grade graduation, and they hosted it this year at the Park Theater for their 8th grade graduation. And it was really cool. There was a little controversy, not much in the grand scheme of things, but want to address some of the things with that. But on the other side of the break, we'll let you guys know what went on. But hey, while we got it right now, I'm going to tell you guys about what's going on with the national Dow Jones Industrial Average right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to present my screen here to get that going. So right now, so you guys can see in television land or internet land, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down here about 347 points. But in the grand scheme of things, we are back up. Yesterday was a pretty good day on the market at 42,329. And it's going to fluctuate, but it doesn't look like that total chaos that a lot of people were predicting. It bounced down to about 38,000, but back up to 42. 44 is the high number right now, so that's what we're looking at to eventually get to. But guys, this doesn't happen every day. And for those of you that go way back, it was amazing when the Dow Jones Industrial Average just reached 1,000. So thank you to Citizens Track County Bank, Mr. Shane Brock, and our great friends over at Citizens Track County Bank for your investment products, and ask them, hey, what do you think about this market? Because they got a lot more experience than old brother Brian, and they'll know exactly what to do with your money. So thank you.
Exactly. All right. We are going to take another quick break from our word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to talk about our just a couple more things, because we do got to end. Oh, and make sure you have your banana today. Make sure you get that potassium in. Randy Jane loves her bananas when she is teething. So, but we are going to take one more quick break from word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we are going to, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. All right. With that said, remember, Warren County, hold up your finger in. Keep it first. Good girl.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At our coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street.
Hey, folks, this is Brian Carr, Warren First 931. We're going to put you back on here in just a moment, but had a button pop, and sometimes that happens, but we're going to get back to it. But hey, guys, there we are. There's the captain. And things like that happen. So glad I'm glad that I could be on the other end to kind of catch. It happens.
Let's just say Randy Jane hit a button. I can't tell you which one. We were dancing. We're like, Randy, dance, 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 dance. And we were eating our bananas, and she went.
It happens, but we want to send a special shout out to our friends at R Coffee and Cumberland Biscuit Company and Tops Frozen Metro Deli for what they do. We've got a lot of wonderful sponsors.
We do.
And I'll tell you, when we were talking about Sonic, and they were talking about having that pickle run on the pickles, you can't beat Miss Tina's and our coffee's pickle slush or pickle lemonade. That thing is awesome. Speaking of our sponsors, T&Z Rental, which right now I'm trying to like multitask like always. That is Zach and Tyler. They do a phenomenal job on rentals and more. Do you want to get down? You want to get down for a minute and go get what you need? Oh, well, I can get your boots after the show. Okay, whatever. Moving on. So we're going to go outside in just a minute. So the services that they provide is junk removal, trailer rentals, property cleanouts, whether that's commercial or residential. Give them a call at 931-743-9079 or Tyler at 224-8593. You can find them on Facebook and more. And Brian, while I'm trying to calm down this chickadee here, I am going to, you want to talk about our good friends? Yes, Mr. Tim Walker. Yes. Walker Minor Roadside. Guys, hey, pull out your phone. Get this number in your phone. You need to have it because this is almost like a 911 thing. Whenever your car goes down, and I remember what it was like, especially when I was younger, hey, man, everybody has car problems. And when you're young and you can't afford things, and this would be a good thing to pass on to some young person, a young driver, to let them know that they've got somebody, because everybody pretty much carries a cell phone with them. But hey, give them this number, 423-615-1937. I'm looking off into the stratosphere because I know this number now, but you need to know it because life happens. So in the event of a life happening incident, car won't start. Could be the battery, could be something else. Don't know. May need gas, may have a flat tire. Let somebody know about Walker's Minor Roadside Repair. If it's here within the Warren County area, it's only $50, or it starts at $50. Don't know for sure all the ins and outs. But hey, look, for me, $50, that's an easy pay because it could be a lot worse. And as long as my loved one has somebody to call when I can't be there to help, because I'll be honest. You fall out and pass out, I know what to do with you. We'll start doing whatever we have to, CPR or getting everything. When it comes to a car, I'm kind of useless. So give our friends at Walker Minor Roadside Repair, and if you contact them and put in the code Kelly, that's Kelly, they're going to give you a $5 discount. They also offer veteran services or veteran discounts. So if you have that military background, please let them know. But we thank you to Tim Walker and Walker's Minor Roadside Repair because they can get you up and going. And we're just blessed to have a company like that to be one of our sponsors here at Warren First 931.
That's exactly right, Brian. And with that, I just want everybody to know if you have an event going on, if you have a story that you want to tell, we had somebody yesterday message me and Brian and say they wanted to write a new story about the toy store in town, and then we talked to our good friend, Matt Campbell, and I was like, dude, if you want to write about a book review that you're into, just yesterday, as me and him were driving around town, he was like my little co-pilot in my car yesterday. And he said, what was it? He went to the Dollar Tree and came out, because Brian was telling me he is all about reading books. And sure enough, he came out with another book about our former Pope Francis that passed away, a book about how to be more enlightened. I guess it was with God or your walk with God. And so I was like, oh, this is neat. And I said, it's like, Matt, if you want to write about a book, you can. And he's like, really? And I'm telling you guys, when we say that this right here, there's a reason it's called the local voice. I cannot say this enough. The local voice is your voice. It's your stories. It's your opinions. It's your events. It's not mine. It's our communities. And my big thing for this local voice newspaper is to one day be 100% community driven. That's the truth. I will help you put the layout together. I will deliver it. But this local voice, it is your paper. And if you want a free digital subscription to the local voice, all you got to do is text 931-305-0869. Text the keyword local voice with your email, and I'm going to add you to that list. I promise. It may not be right away because I am only one person when it comes to that. But I'm telling you, this week is phenomenal. If you are not aware of it, I just want people to know that Break the Silence in the Violence Families in Crisis is introducing their safe space clinic for people that have been sexually assaulted. That's men, women, and children. And I am not knocking the hospitals because they do the best that they can. But there's something different, and Brian can say this probably in a better way than I can. But there's something different than waiting in the ER room for a room to be available when there's one ready for you in a more quieter place. Because when you have been sexually assaulted, the last thing you want to do is to wait in the thank you, Brian. The last thing you want to do is to wait in the ER room and just thinking of everything that's going on. We know that the nurses and the doctors do a phenomenal job here at our local hospital. But again, when it comes to sexual assault victims, Christy and them at Families in Crisis doing a phenomenal job taking care of them. So please, please, as you can see, there's the shot of our front page. And as you go through it, we talk about local government. We talk about you emailing video too big, secretary. Okay. As you can see the notes in there, we try to talk about a little bit of everything going on. And so we talk about FCE. We talk about, there it goes. Can I click on it? No, that's all you, bro.
That's me,
you got to
yeah.
click on it. Yeah. But again, we try to impact our newspaper with everything and anything locally, community going on that is driving our community. I know, but go ahead.
Oh, well, while we're here on the FCE, we've got several FCE members that are in Pulaski, Tennessee right now at a leadership conference for the FCEs. And I got to speak into one of them last night, Miss Sharon Hell. And it was so awesome to let her know that we enjoyed being at their meeting last week and learning about Belgium. And so we're going to steal from some of their stuff for this upcoming issue, especially when it comes with Memorial Day, because hey guys, summer's already here. We're at Memorial Day weekend.
We are. So if you want a hard copy, all the copies have been distributed, guys. So you could go to Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, Randall Walker Farms, Champion Chevrolet, McMinnville Chamber of Commerce, Gateway Tire and Service, Cumberland Biscuit Company, Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli, Prater's Barbecue and Morrison, Reddick Brown Ford, Citizens Tri-County Bank, McMinnville Lawn and Garden, McMinnville Drug Center, Supreme Building Products, The Cafe and the Well at Tree City, Jay's Restaurant, Tammy's Market, R Coffee, USA Gym, Juicy's, Collins River Barbecue, and Depot Bottom. If you have not, now let me tell you, I've already been to some of these places. They're running very low and short. If you can't find one at one of these locations, that's because they're sold out. And we are asking for a donation of $2. This at cost, I'm asking $2. I'm not making anything extra with this. I just want to make sure that we can continue this service for the community, and asking $2 for a copy for 8 to 12 page newspaper ain't too shabby, y'all. And so make sure you do that. Also, if you have a yard sale ad, an obituary, an announcement of any kind, a classified house for sale, any type of announcements, yard sales, and more. If you just want to put the wording in, it's $5. If you want us to put it with its picture, it's a $10 ad. Not too costly, not too much. But again, thank you, Brian. But there's ways to do it. But if you can't get to a hard copy, right, what you can do is go to your phone right now and text 931-305-0869. Text the keyword local voice with your email, and I will send you a digital copy every time. And let me tell you, I know it is going to be hard. Whatever size I send you guys, a digital copy, if you look on your phone, you just got to zoom in. But on your laptop, your iPad, things like that, it's a lot bigger. I do have people let me know that seeing it on their phone, it wasn't the easiest to read. I'm trying to figure out what would be an easier way for you mobile users. Maybe not putting it in a newsletter or newspaper form. Maybe just sending it to you like when we write up the stories and how they're all on one slab.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to do, but we are working on that. And I also want to address one more thing before I forget too, Brian. Me, Brian, and a lot of some of the people we've been in talking with about delivery services. I know as of the 24th of May, the Southern Standard will no longer do hand deliveries, mail deliveries. I am teasing the ideal of doing what did they call it? Doorstop deliveries, I think is what they called it. Where we would hand it to you or put it on your doorstep. Essentially, it would not go in your mailbox, it will go on your doorstep. If you are interested in a doorstep delivery service from Warren First 931, text me as well at that 931-305-0869 number and say and hashtag doorstop. I have to at least get 50 people to make this worth anything. Okay. Now, if you are locally here in town on my normal drops of any of these locations, I don't care to meet you somewhere in town, but trying to go to Morrison, Centertown, Deverell, McMinnville, gosh, there's so many. It's going to be hard. But if you would like a delivery service from Warren First, you got to let me know. I got to see if the need is there. I just got a message from a county commissioner. Hold on. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Blaine. So Blaine Wilcher, which is and I'm going to share this because this must just come to his email. He just sent, well, I won't be able to post it. The next health and welfare meeting is going to be on June the 5th at, what do you know military time, Brian?
What's the number?
Let's see, 1830.
At 6:30.
Okay, so at 6:30, it's going to be held at, let's see, the customer meeting job. It's going to be at the committee. No, it doesn't say where. I'm going to say because it's going to be where it was held last time. The health and welfare meeting was held at the administrative building in the conference room. So at 6:30 on June 5th, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed as well, on our paper, on our local government, we do have a section now with upcoming meetings. So if you guys want to see it, what's coming up, you can, because I put it right here, and it's going to update all the time. Can you see that, Brian? Do I need to move it over?
Yeah.
I have my little girl.
I'm going to try to pull it.
Yeah. But I'm going to try to update the meetings as we are getting them. I know that there's a meeting tomorrow night with budget and finance, I believe. as they're trying to wrap up their fiscal year for nonprofits and all the budgets. We are going to be a part of that meeting as well tomorrow. So we're going to go live on top of that because I do believe that the subcommittees are where it's at. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. It's on the next page.
Oops, let's go.
Yeah, these are the subcommittees and the county commissioners. And then on the next local government page, it has a breakdown. Nope.
They're not in order on the
Oh yeah. Don't ask why it did that.
That's all right.
It is no, that's the old one. That's an old one.
Well.
It's okay. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. I'll pull it up right quick. Because I still haven't. I don't know why he posted that. Okay. Anyways, you can see on there that we have the meetings. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you follow it. If there is something that is important to you guys, it's important to us. Please, please, please let us know what is going on. Well, yeah, it is in order. What are you smoking, Joe? I've got it pulled up. It's in order. I was about to say, what?
I went to the photos.
Oh, that's why they're out of order. They always go out of order in photos. But this is what it looks like. Boom. So in our local government segment, I talked about the planning commissioner or the planning committee that was there. And thanks again to Mr. Tommy Lee for calling me and, giving me all the notes on that. And then on the right-hand side, it's the upcoming events, which I have to update it for next week. But tomorrow there is a budget and finance meeting at the administrative building, and we'll get that posted for you. Then yesterday, is today the 20th? No, yesterday there was an industrial development board that we weren't a part of, but we're going to call them. And then, of course, I want everybody to know that most government jobs are going to be closed on May the 26th, which will be Monday. And speaking of being closed and relaxing and enjoying our time, hey, I love doing what we do here on Warren First, but I love my family. And I love the people that volunteer graciously every day to help Warren First become what it is. And I want everybody to know, when I started Warren First, I did not want something to take away from this. And so far, knock on wood, I'm getting what I want and then some. And so we will be off on Monday. So next week's shows will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I just want everybody to have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. Remember really, truly what Memorial Day is all about. On Friday's show, we are going to talk about everything Memorial Day. Everything. Because we have so many people told me and Vanessa at that meeting how many what decoration events are going on over the weekend. Churches, cemetery decorations. That's what it was. There is so many things going on during the weekend for Memorial Day. One being that the Gilly Pool is opening up. The swimming pool is opening up back on Saturday. So tune into Friday's show. That's anything and everything Memorial Day weekend and Monday related. And it's a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
And, hey, Kelly, speaking of days that people need to know about, because the Warren County school system put this out, I'm going to go ahead and just share it.
Oh, the summer program?
Well, not just the summer program, but they've got this important dates to know right now for what's coming on. You've got regular school hours today, but tomorrow there is no school. It is a professional development day, and so no school tomorrow for the Warren County schools. And then Friday, they're going to have their last day, but it's an abbreviated day. So they're going to be, if the buses are going to be running, they're going to pick your child up at 7 or bring them to school by 7:45, and then they're going to leave at 9:45. So if you're a car rider, you got to go pick your kid up at 9:45. The teacher's doing an excellent job in letting everybody know that this is what's going on. But we want to send some love to our Warren County Middle School here, because Tuesday night they were at, Monday, they were at the Historic Park Theater having their 8th grade graduation. And guys, you want to talk about logistical impressiveness. So they had, I would say, nearly 300 8th graders graduate, and they split them up into teams, and they had a graduation starting at 5 o'clock for one team. They packed out the Park Theater for that. And to my understanding, there were people who weren't able to get in because there were no seats. And our good friends at the Park Theater, Mr. Joe Harvey and his team had to shut the door. So if you didn't get there early enough, I really apologize on behalf of the situation that you couldn't see your special one graduate. But guys, it was limited seating, and they weren't expecting that kind of turnout or something like that. And then they were able to get everybody out and the next group in, and there was even more people that came out for that one at 6:30. And to my understanding, there were people who got left out of that one as well. So sorry to the parents, friends, family that didn't make it or weren't able to be in. Capacity is limited, and you're starting to see that at a lot of graduations.
Yeah.
And so what a lot of schools have gone to is invitation only, allowing people, because everybody wants to be part, especially if somebody's paying for graduation dinner. You get some of those cousins you ain't seen in a while.
Right.
They're freeloading cousins. No, I'm making light. I hate that. But hey, congratulations to our 8th grade grads that are going on to the high school. It was so amazing. And I'll have to give credit where credit's due. Dr. Swallow's speech at the graduation was awesome. I really enjoyed. He is a great orator, and
he does really good at speaking. Every speech he has done that I was present to, leading into the high school graduation, I was like, and it was, by the way, each speech was different. I want to clarify that.
Well, he is a great orator, and to my understanding, he was a journalism major at Tennessee Tech, and so
makes sense.
He worked in the newspaper. He did a lot of stuff with, I guess, journalism and the English department run hand in hand. But no, really inspiring speech. And when I got to hear it, I thought, oh, that's really good. And then I got to be part of the 7th grade award ceremony, which I skirted out early Monday to go to. And I got to hear Dr. Lori Riley speak. And Dr. Riley was impressive. I was thoroughly impressed. And I'll tell you, from a parent standpoint of the Warren County Middle School, I'm just like, hats off to Mr. Caleb Sheehan and his APs. Those are assistant principals. They did a really good job. I can't wait to see what the scores look like at the beginning of July. That's when they release the TCAP scores for the public. And I know
I can't wait for we to talk about it. I can't wait.
Well, I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait for because I know that they're going to be doing different things. And this is one of the things that in life, in business, and everything, you can't do the same thing and expect a different result. And so they're shaking things up at the middle school. To what degree, I don't know, but right now they're repositioning teachers as far as like, to my understanding, I don't know this for certain, but they're changing some ways that they've formatted things to get more instructional time back into the classroom to the student, and for students who need to remediate on certain things, and they're utilizing the technology, which that's one of the things I've been crying about. But look, it's going to take everybody holding their breath and just kind of trying to see the vision. But that's the thing. We've got vision. We need our administrators to push these things through. We need our parents to be more accepting and to be understanding about, because education has changed. I mean, you look at the way we get our news. everything has changed, and we've got to be
Yeah.
honest about that. So shout out to the Warren County school system. We'll give credit where credit's due at the helm with Mr. Grant, Dr. Grant Swallows.
Dr. Grant Swallows, yeah.
And following down from everybody that I've talked to, graduation went off without a hitch. Another thing is that we've had people that are safe, didn't have any crazy incidents in some small towns that happens on graduation night or prom night, things like that. We've got a community that loves its children, and we're very blessed to have it. So shout out to the Warren County school system. We're looking forward to doing great things. Hopefully I was even keeled when I was doing that, Kelly.
You did great. You did great. I was like, you're doing awesome. I'm like,
I'm working on it, because sometimes, guys, I can get excited and
very passionate.
Well, it's just, I'm a fourth grader telling a third grader what I just learned, and that's I love our kids, and to see my children. Oh man, there were so many good kids, and I'm taking off. I'm putting on my dad hat now. And I was so proud of my girls.
I bet you were.
What they achieved. We were very blessed. They received several awards, but one of the things that I have to let people know is that when school stops, it doesn't stop at the car house. We put them on IXL programs. We go over their homework. We put a lot of work into our children. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of things that we do. They take piano lessons with Miss Jennifer Swims every Tuesday. They've got Girl Scouts every first and third Tuesday at the Methodist Church. Tuesdays are real big nights for us. In the fall time, we run cross country. We're very involved.
Yeah.
And you have to be very involved with your child. And and I'll tell you, technology has changed. There's so much that I can't teach them anymore. We're starting. Look at that. That is the picture perfect right there with Randy Jane on the phone right there doing her thing. Kids are learning so much. Last night, I got called off of work last night, and thank God that we've got plenty of staff right now at the hospital. And I have to give a shout out to our good friend, Mr. Dale, over at the CEO over at River Park Hospital. They're doing a lot of great things, especially getting that third floor reconstructed. So that anytime you have growth, you have some growing pains. And so right now, the third floor and our poor little doctors, they've experienced, because that's generally where they have their sleep up on the third floor. And because the roof's open to everything, and what is higher, it rises up. So, but they've worked viciously, and it's just great to see Mr. Dale Humphreys and all those administrators working at River Park to do something great for the community. But in everything, there's always some growing pains. So, hey, let's bite our lip. Let's power through it and get through. But shout out to all the parents that worked so hard this year to get their kids.
Shout out. We love you, parents.
Yes. And look, next year, and we talked about this in the legislative breakfast yesterday, we don't know what it's going to look like on the private school end of things. But hey, it's a change. And when we see changes, generally there's some growth out of the changes. Just like with how we started the show, talking about Mr. Levy Glenn and the commissioners and the things that are going on. It's okay to change. Now, if the change doesn't make sense, that's one thing. And that's why we keep it open forum here on Warren First, because we want to get your input. We want to see why that might not be such a good idea.
Yeah.
So appreciate everybody keeping up with us and tuning in. And Miss Randy Jane, you are just precious. She's engrossed in whatever she is.
Yeah, she can't hear you
right.
now.
I'm in your ear.
In my ear today. No, but I do want to say today, with the storms and everything, I think today it's a special day. We should close out our show in prayer today, just for the simple fact of the storms last night. And a shout out to all the utility companies that got affected, or as houses like myself and others got affected. So we need to pray for the utility companies, the road crews, the people that pray for our whole community that was safe last night. And anybody else has a prayer, just I'm going to say unspoken right now because we do got to wrap it up. I got to get some things done at 1:00. This mama's got a water balloon fight with some fourth graders. So,
Oh, that sounds fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have 1,200 balloons to put water in as soon as we get off the show. So, but with that said, Brian, do you want to close us out or do you want me to today?
Kelly, why don't you? You got babe and arm and everything. It's just been a
Sure.
beautiful, beautiful morning considering everything we had
Yeah.
last night.
All right. With your everybody bow your head. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. The sun this morning was amazing when we woke up. I was just so grateful for it. And I know that there's always a purpose for everything. But I want to first and foremost bless everyone and praise God that there was no injuries. There was no really true critical injuries or accidents that happened last night, God. Thank you for protecting each and every one of us here and everyone for that matter, because, our prayers do go up to the folks in Kentucky that have lost their life. It's just a sad thing when you hear when disaster hits that it also struck some human lives, because even just taking one life, God, is really sad and unfortunate. But I want to thank everybody and pray and bless everybody that was a part of yesterday's forefront of getting the information out there. Praise God for, people like Jason Hillis and with the emergency staff and the sheriff's department and the emergency shelters that we have here. To have that need in this community is just amazing within itself. And I want to also say blessings and prayers and praises to all the utility companies, the electric companies, the road crews, everybody, God, that was involved in our protection yesterday. Because really, truly, without you, this could not happen, honestly. And again, so with that said, I just want to say praises to each and everybody that watched the show this morning, God, and that supports shows like this to get the facts out there, to get the information, the transparency, and the education on that. And we just my hope is that we will ever so grow on your time. It's not my time, it's your time. But with that said, thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody. Today, praise everybody. I want to also lastly say, to all the unspoken prayers that we couldn't get on today, God, for every prayer, every worry, every triumph, every whatever the case may be, lift them up, answer those prayers, because that's what gets me through my day, and I want them to get through their day as well. So, but in your name, amen.
Amen.
My prayers are always like off and odd, and it is what it is. God knew who he made.
Hey, Kelly, he made you exactly the way you're supposed to be. And that's the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't want to dominate the prayers all the time. Listen, you got your child in your arms. She gets to hear you pray. What an example. What a call to service it is. And that's the thing. God knows us. He knows what's on our hearts. So anytime we can stop and encourage our audience or anybody who's listening to pray and let them know that we're praying for them.
We're praying for them.
I tell you, I've got a good friend that I went to high school with, and she's going through some stuff, and I'm looking forward to praying for her on Friday's show when we end it out. But hey, there's never a bad time to pray. So thank you, Kelly, for a beautiful prayer, a heartfelt prayer. And hey guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Kelly and her water balloons. Randy Jane, hey, look, Randy Jane, one more time.
Look, who is that? Is that the Grinch? Oh, our daddy's calling. Her daddy's calling. Remember, Warren County, keep it firm.